All right, the Yankees clinched. They're headed to the playoffs, but can they take the division? And can they win World Series number 28? This is around the time where a lot of you Yankees fans start losing your hair. So let's talk about your postseason bound Yankees with Ryan Garcia of Empire Sports Media. My man, what's up, bro? Haven't seen you in a long time.
Yeah, it's been a minute. Things are going well, and October baseball's on the way, so that's even better.
All right, well, you were tweeting last night during this game, so we're going to break down some of your tweets, and I want you to go into detail what you were feeling at the moment. First tweet, winning that game is such a vibe shift. They were one strike away from losing and effectively ending their division chances. Go.
Yeah, so if the Yankees lost last night, even with the Blue Jays losing, the Yankees would be two back in the division with 5 games to go. So the Yankees would have to outplay the Blue Jays by 3 games since Toronto has a tiebreaker. It's virtually impossible for them to do it at that point. By winning yesterday's game and putting themselves back by 1 game, they have 5 games to go and only have to outplay Toronto by 2. It's not impossible for them to win the division at this point versus where if they had lost, if Cody Bellinger just works a walk and Caballero pops out or something like that, your division chances are over. Your eyes are fully on the wild card.
Next one's about my guy, Anthony Volpe. The tweet reads, having Anthony Volpe remain a reliable hitter versus left-handed pitching is going to help you a lot in a big game. That's the first positive Anthony Volpe tweet I've seen in a long time. Break it down for us.
Yeah, so look, I know that people are upset with his season, and I certainly am not happy with his year. But if the Yankees want to go to the World Series, they're going to need as many players on their roster firing on all cylinders as possible. And Volpe this season is hitting .262 with a .325 on base and a .430 slugging against lefties. That's pretty solid. It's better than what like Ryan McMahon would provide against lefties. And if you can play Caballero at third or Rosario at third and put Volpe at short, that's going to just improve your offense against left-handed pitching. And in the postseason, you're going to be facing lefties like Garrett Crochet, Tariq Skubal, Framber Valdez. It's important to have really good right-handed hitters.
I read something somewhere where someone said that if Anthony Volpe shows up in October, then all is forgiven and forgotten. You feeling the same way?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that if you're a city and you're a fan base that demands a World Series championship and a player positively contributes to that in the postseason, I don't really care if they had a bad regular season, or at least I think that shouldn't define them over a great playoff run. We know how starved this city is for a championship, and delivering that really is all that matters to me when it comes to praising or not praising a player in that regard.
All right, well, I hope he comes out on top because you guys have beat him into the ground. Aaron Judge said post-game, the ultimate goal is to win our division. It's right there for us. But your tweet read, today's game is a prime example of how the Yankees do not deserve to win the division, despite how the RD looks. 3-2 against the White Sox in 5 games so far, including a massive defensive mishap that they took advantage of. Bad at-bats galore. Jays deserve this division. You walking that back, and can they win the division?
I certainly am. Look, the Yankees were on the verge of losing last night, and had they lost again, that division would have been over. And look, the run differential for the Yankees is better than I think every team in the American League, if I'm not mistaken. And in my opinion, I don't think that should define them over the fact that they went 5-8 against the Jays and 5-8 against the Red Sox. If they win one more game against the Blue Jays or one more game against the Red Sox, the Yankees might have been in first place. So with the White Sox game being won, with them not putting themselves in a position where the division's effectively over, they should have a shot at this division. They have a chance tonight with Max Fried on the mound. The Blue Jays will be facing Garrett Crochet, who will almost certainly finish top 2 in Cy Young voting. It's looking like the Yankees should gain a game today, or at least they should be able to control their half of it. We'll see if the Red Sox, kind of funnily enough, show up for the Yankees.
All right, no tweet here, just straight up question with no chaser. Can the Yankees win the World Series?
Yeah, I mean, look, baseball is a sport where when you get in, you have a chance. This is not like the NBA, or I'd even argue the NFL, where certain teams get in and you're like, they don't really have a chance. I'm looking at like the Pittsburgh Steelers over the last half decade. They don't ever have a chance to win when they get in. The Yankees, if they get in, they're going to be one of the better teams in the postseason, and they're going to certainly have a chance to win it all. It's just a matter of whether they get hot at the right time or not. I think they have the roster to do it. They have enough talent on that roster. They have enough frontline starting pitching, and with Devin Williams getting hot at the right time, maybe they have the bullpen to do it as well.
Lastly, I'm watching video of them celebrating with Aaron Judge in the locker room. They're chanting MVP, MVP. Is the MVP his to lose at this point? And then how big does Aaron Judge need to show up in the month of October?
So number one, I think that Aaron Judge deserves to win MVP. This is no discredit to Cal Raleigh, who is having an incredible year. He is a great player. But when people talk about historic, we don't see players or clean players, players not using PEDs, do what Aaron Judge has done offensively. I think he's the best player in baseball. And for that reason, I think he should win MVP. He leads baseball in OPS, OPS plus, wins above replacement. He's just more valuable to me. And in terms of October, look, I think for Aaron Judge, it would be such a huge it'd be getting the monkey off his back to play really well in the postseason. He is someone who, if he's hot, the Yankees can win any baseball game. They're a very strong offense, but Aaron Judge is still the anchor of that group. I try to tell people that the Yankees are a deeper lineup than in years past and that they don't only have to rely on Aaron Judge, but that's not to take away from the fact that if Aaron Judge is hot, that is the best version of the Yankees. There's no other way to put it. If he's hot in October, I think they will win the World Series, and I'm really rooting for this group to do it. I really hope that after losing Juan Soto, after Garrett Cole goes down with Tommy John, you lose Clark Schmidt to Tommy John, Luis Gil misses half the year, Giancarlo Stanton misses half of the year, it'd be even sweeter to have that Commissioner's Trophy raised over these guys' heads.
All right, we still got a lot of meaningful baseball to be played this week and in October as well, so you know we're coming back to you, Ryan. Appreciate you hopping on with us, my man.